a new series starting, and we're going to call it And to Think I Saw It on My Street. Okay, so this is a series about the crazy shit that I come into throughout my day. And all I have to do is step outside my door. And it don't matter where I live. It seems that wherever I go, shit occurs. So, recently I had to put my dog down. And I've been having a hard time with this. I walk everywhere I go. I have walked for so many years. And for the last 16 years, I've walked with my dogs. Now, my daughter says, Mom, go for a walk. You walked all the time. Before you had a dog, when you had a dog, just go for a walk. You need to go for a walk. You process when you walk. So I go outside to walk around the block, and I don't want to walk around the block that me and Zoe used to walk all the time because. And as I'm walking up the block to not walk the same block Zoe and I walk, a fire truck came up and blocked the road to the house of the two dogs that attacked us last summer. And I'm like, oh God, I don't want anything to do with this. So I kept walking around the block, right? And the block that Zoe and I always walk. So I'm walking around the block and I'm doing my processing and I'm thinking and I'm crying a little bit and I'm thinking, God, this really sucks. I really miss my dog. And I walk around the block and I come to the part of the walk where Zoe and I would go into the bar so that she could get a treat and her pets, right? Because I'd let everybody pet her. And I'm thinking in my head, hell no, I'm not going anywhere near that bar. I'm already crying. I don't need to be approached with, oh, your dog. No. And as I finish that thought, one of my favorite bartenders says, Paige, do you know this dog? I'm like, fuck. I look over and I'm like, no, I don't think I do. And I went and I pet the dog. And I pet dogs in a particular way because they communicate with me what they like best. And I look up at my bartender friend and say, do you want me to go get Zoe's leash so you have something to tie the dog down? And she's like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I go start walking around to my apartment, which is at the end of my walk, right? I'm almost done. And I think, oh, you know what? That dog looks real familiar. I'll bet that's that corner house where all the fucking cops are. Sorry about my language. And I go up there and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I don't want anything to do with this, but are you missing a dog? Because I already know. They're like, yes, where is it? And I said, oh, they're at Rotter's in the bar. And they're like, oh, shit, he just bit somebody. I'm like, fuck. So I go back to my house and I get the leash because the owner of the dog did not go get a leash for her dog. Hello? If you're going to get your missing dog or your dog's missing, aren't you going to have a leash? Anyway, I go get my leash and I meet her at the bar and I give her my leash. And I'm like, my bartender friend is like, what in the hell's going on? And I'm like, well, evidently that dog just bit somebody. That's the same dog of one of the two dogs that attacked me and Zoe last summer. And she's like, Jesus Lord. I'll go get my leash back. Cops everywhere. I'm like, I didn't want anything to do with any of that. I made that very clear, but yeah, I still had to take a part of it. And yeah, this is why my girlfriend in Texas calls me Gladys. Gladys, get your nose out of that. Abner! Yeah, come look at this. You're not going to believe what they're doing next door. I don't do any of that. I swear to God, I don't do any of that. But when I go outside, weird things happen. And in order for them to happen smoothly without anybody getting hurt, I have to take a part. Sometimes. Other times I don't, but this is the series. You're not going to believe what I seen on my street. That's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm doing it. You want to share stories? Send them to me. I'll share them for you. And we can even keep it hush hush. Nobody has to know who you are. Me, everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows the craziness that comes to me, because I don't try to get into it. It just kind of comes to me. So, yeah, that's my new series, and watch for it because it will be interesting. Anyway, peace, love, bye.